Welcome to News in Brief from Marjayat Global Network. Daily meetings of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi. The Grand Shia Islamic jurist Ayatollah Sayyid Sadiq Shirazi holds in-person meetings with large numbers of people, including religious scholars, university figures, and social and cultural activists, as well as public groups of people on a daily basis. In these meetings, the attendees report on their activities, explain their views, and listen to the guidelines and advices of the Grand Jurist. Assembly of Managers of Religious and Cultural Centers in Montreal, Canada. Towards the end of the holy month of Ramadan, Imam Shirazi Center, an Iranian Islamic center, hosted the Assembly of Managers of Islamic Centers, Mosques, and Religious Centers based in Montreal, Canada. Sheikh Jalal Na'ash, the representative of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi in Holy Com, Mr. Ahmed Kerbalai, a geologist at Imam Shirazi Center, and Sheikh Mahdi Nasri, the prayer leader of Ahl Bayt Mosque, were the speakers at this assembly. The solidarity of the Shia Muslims, cooperative religious and cultural works, and strategies for preaching the culture of the Ahl Bayt in different parts of the world were the main pivots of the discussions. In the end, Sheikh Saleh Sibawayh, the director of Imam Shirazi Center and the Iranian Islamic Center in Montreal, and Sheikh Muhammad Mahdi Nasri proposed the foundation of the Association of Shia Communities in Canada, which was accepted by all members. Activities by the director of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi's office in Basra, Iraq. Sheikh Nazar Hassan, the director of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi's office in Basra, hosted series of cultural and religious programs in the past few days. Lately, the Grand Jurist Office director welcomed groups of religious and cultural activists, as well as members of the Iraqi tribes from different parts of the country. In these meetings, both sides exchanged their views on the latest developments in Iraq. Sheikh Nazar Hassan also visited the Islamic centers in Basra and met with other distinguished cultural and religious figures in the city. Cultural and religious concerns were discussed in these meetings. Shia Rights Watch releases its monthly report of Anti-Shiism. In its latest monthly report, Shia Rights Watch uncovered the latest anti-Shia movement since May 25 to June 25, 2017. This report highlights the most blatant terrorist operations against Shias and the violation of Shias' religious and human rights in different countries. This report will be handed over to the human rights foundations, the media, and the public opinion. It is noteworthy that Shia Rights Watch is dependent to Imam Shirazi Foundation in Washington, D.C. Adam Center calls against politicizing religious sites. Based on reports from the Saudi authorities, a recent terrorist attack in Holy Mecca, one of the most sacred sites in Islamic thought, was neutralized in just a few days ago. Following this shocking news, Adam Center for Defending Rights and Freedoms released a statement and warned against politicizing the sacred and religious sites. Parts of this statement reads as follows: the unfolding charge of terrorism or political and financial sponsorship for terrorists have escalated the risk of terrorist activities as some countries try to use these pretexts as a political leverage in their regional disputes. Further, Adam Center mentioned that human rights and religious freedoms have been suppressed more than ever as regional regimes try to downsize these political crises in their countries. The disputes and conflicts between the regional countries in the Middle East indicate that some regional regimes pursue their agendas hand in hand with terrorists. This should raise serious concerns as specific regional foundations and institutions stand behind all acts of terrorism in the shadows. Adam Center for Defending Rights and Freedoms also adds, it should not be unnoticed that Saudi Arabia has for several times manipulated the truth, making use of the sacred sites in its country. The last of these cases was the statement by the Saudi authorities who claimed that Yemeni Houthis plan to target the city of Mecca with ballistic missiles. In the end, the statement by Adam Center warns all regimes should fear the consequences of using their sacred sites as a means of achieving their political agendas in the region, because such criminal measures will only serve to the spread of violence and hatred among the people, especially the Muslims. Members of Shia Societies Association traveled to Samarra, Iraq. Following the commandments of the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi to renovate and facilitate the act of pilgrimage to the holy shrines in Samarra, some members of the Shia Societies Association visited these holy shrines and met with the directing boards in person. In this meeting, the members of this association met with Sheikh Abdul Ghaffar, the deputy director of Shrine, and conveyed the Grand Ayatollah Shirazi's appreciations. Further, both sides talked about the renovation and expansion projects and security issues in the past couple of years. After this meeting, the members of the Shia Societies Association also visited the shrine of Sayyid Muhammad and talked to the directors and security officials of this place of pilgrimage. In this visit, Haji Abbas Abd Ali, the director of the shrine, and some members of the police force and the Popular Mobilization Forces welcomed the association's members.